The siege of Constantinople in 1453 was not the first, but it was the deadliest. The city, once a beacon of the Roman Empire, lay in the shadow of the rising Ottoman Empire. Constantinople, the heart of the Byzantine Empire, had been the epicenter of history for centuries, a city that had survived numerous sieges. Yet it found itself weakened and dwindling in size, its walls standing as the last bastion against the encroaching Ottoman forces. The city had seen sieges before, notably during the Fourth Crusade in 1204, but had always managed to claw its way back to glory. However, this time, the enemy was different. The ambitious Sultan Mehmed II had ascended the Ottoman throne. His eyes set on the city that had resisted his predecessors, he was determined to succeed where they had failed, to make Constantinople the jewel of his empire. His preparations were meticulous, his strategy ruthless. He built fortresses to choke off the city, to stifle any hopes of aid reaching the beleaguered Byzantines. Inside the city, the Byzantine Emperor, Constantine V, could see the storm clouds gathering. His empire was teetering on the edge, the spectre of collapse looming large. His only hope was to seek help from the west, but would it come in time? The Byzantine Emperor, Constantine V, knew the stakes were high. His empire was on the brink of collapse, and the only hope was to seek help from the West. Enjoying the historical journey? Hit like and subscribe to join us for more exciting tales. Stay tuned for more revelations. The signs of an impending attack were there, but the West chose to ignore them. Mehmed II had been constructing fortresses to control sea traffic and block any aid to Constantinople. A strategic move that went unnoticed or perhaps unheeded by those who could have bolstered the city's defenses. Mehmed II, the young, ambitious Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, was not one to shirk from warfare. He had a keen eye for strategy and was steadily preparing for the siege. Yet the West, embroiled in its own affairs, failed to recognize these warning signs. The Byzantine Emperor, Constantine V, sought help from Western Europe, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. The long-standing division between the Eastern and Western churches proved to be a stumbling block. Attempts to bridge this religious divide were unsuccessful, and ethnic tensions between Greeks and Italians further complicated the situation. The West's failure to act, whether due to ignorance or indifference, was a costly mistake. The stage was being set, with the Ottomans readying their forces for an assault on the city. Constantinople, the once glorious capital of the Byzantine Empire, was left to brace for an attack. The stage was set, the Ottomans were ready to strike, and Constantinople was left to fend for itself. On the 29th of May, 1453, the unthinkable happened. The walls of Constantinople, thought to be impenetrable, fell to the might of the Ottoman Empire. For 53 grueling days, the city had been under siege by the formidable Ottoman army, led by Sultan Mehmed II. The walls of Constantinople, once considered invincible, began to crumble under the relentless assault. The turning point came with the introduction of a game-changing element, gunpowder. The Ottomans deployed an arsenal of massive cannons, the likes of which had never been seen before. These monstrous engines of war relentlessly pounded the city's defenses day and night. The earth shook, and the once invincible walls started to crumble. The use of gunpowder in this siege was revolutionary and marked a significant turning point in military history. Inside the city, desperation was palpable. The Byzantine Emperor, Constantine XI, rallied his troops, urging them to hold the line, to defend their city, their home. Yet despite their courage and tenacity, the Byzantines were vastly outnumbered and outgunned. As the walls fell, so did the city. The Ottoman troops poured in, overwhelming the remaining defenders. The last Byzantine Emperor, Constantine V, was last seen plunging into the fray, never to be seen again. The city that had resisted numerous sieges, the city that was once the shining light of the Eastern Roman Empire, had fallen. With the fall of Constantinople, the Byzantine Empire came to an end, marking a significant turning point in history. The Byzantine Empire, the last remnant of the ancient Roman Empire, had been extinguished. The world changed that day. And the echoes of that cataclysmic event still resonate in our world today. The fall of Constantinople was more than just the end of an empire. It was a turning point in military history and a signal of the rise of the Ottoman Empire. Its reverberations were felt far and wide. The magnificent Hagia Sophia, once a symbol of Byzantine grandeur, was converted into a mosque, echoing the changing tides of power. Constantinople, a city that stood as the bastion of the Byzantine Empire, was transformed into the resplendent capital of the Ottomans. The event sent shockwaves across Europe. The Byzantine Empire, a bulwark against Eastern expansion, was no more. This opened up new possibilities and new threats. The power balance in Europe had been irrevocably altered, triggering a chain of events that would shape the course of history. This was not just the fall of a city or an empire. It was a pivotal moment that marked the end of the Middle Ages and the dawn of the Renaissance. It led to a renewed interest in classical learning and culture, laying the groundwork for the modern world as we know it today. The fall of Constantinople, a tale of power, ambition and survival, continues to echo through the centuries, reminding us of the impermanence of empires.